You are here because you're craving that schedule for your baby. Trust me, I know where you're at. I am a type A person, and when I had my children, I couldn't wait to get them on a predictable schedule. So let's talk about how we're gonna do that. Hi, my name is Sarah, and as a certified pediatric sleep consultant and owner of Yours and Baby Sleep, I have helped over 350 families one-on-one stop searching and start sleeping. So you're here, you're searching. Let's get you the answers about how to get your baby on a schedule so that you can start sleeping now. What we're gonna talk about in this video is when our baby is ready to get on a schedule, what the schedules look like, and how we can expect our babies to react to a more scheduled daytime sleep. The most important thing that I want you to keep in mind with the schedule is the definition of it. So what I mean by a baby sleep schedule is looking at the time on the clock and expecting that your child will fall asleep within some time range. When can we expect this to happen? Usually not until about 4 months old, and honestly, most children don't establish their sleep schedule where it's consistent until about 6 months old. So if your child is 6 months and under, just give them grace and know that it really is just about practice and consistency up until that age. How do we get that baby on a schedule? I'm gonna rock your world here. We're not using wake times. I know, it's really shocking. It's something that there is so much literature, there's so many Google searches that talk about wake times, and there is value to them. Wake times really do work in the early newborn days. But as our children get older, what I really like to teach families is the biology of sleep and capitalizing on the science and the research that we know, which is using biological sleep times. So what do I mean by that? Between 8:30 and 9 o'clock, between 12 and 1, and again between 3:30 and 4 o'clock, our bodies naturally surge sleepy hormones, melatonin and adenosine. And when our bodies are surging those hormones, this is the optimal time for our children to take a nap. So instead of just using sleep pressure, which is one part of sleep, we are using sleep pressure coupled with natural surges in hormones in order to schedule our baby's sleep and sleep schedule throughout the day. So this is gonna take a big mindset shift for you if you've been using wake times and you're really married to them. I want you to understand that there's more to sleep than just the amount of time that your child has been awake, and they're going to get better and deeper and more quality sleep if you're napping them at those times on the clock. Now keep in mind, their babies are not robots. We can be flexible. We can be plus or minus 30 minutes, but if you have a child who is about 4 to 6 months old, this is the schedule I want you to follow. I want nap 1 at 8:30, nap 2 at 12, nap 3 at 3:30, and then I want bedtime sometime between 6 and 7. Bedtime is a really variable range based on the quality of daytime sleep, the lengths of the nap, and the time that the last nap ends. If your child is between 6 and 8 months old, we're just gonna shift that schedule a little bit later. So we want nap 1 at 9, we want nap 2 at 12:30, we want nap 3 at 3:30, 4 o'clock, and then again, bedtime might be between 6:30 and 7 o'clock at night. Once your child reaches the age of 8 months, they are likely going to drop from 3 to 2 naps. And the great part about using biological sleep times instead of wake times is that their naps, 1 and 2, are really going to be at the same exact time that they would be with a 3-nap schedule. So we're not gonna really rock their world or rock their circadian rhythm too much. When we drop to 2 naps, we're gonna keep nap 1 at 9 o'clock. Maybe it ends up being 9:15, 9:30 if they're not super tired by 9 o'clock, but again, it's still within that range. Nap 2 is gonna be 1 o'clock. Again, maybe 1:15 or 1:30 if they can stay awake a little longer, or if their first nap was excellent. And then bedtime is gonna shift a little bit earlier for the time being while they adjust to being awake for a long stretch of time between the end of nap 2 and bedtime. So bedtime might land at 6 o'clock and then slowly increase to 6:30 or 7 over time. And you're going to be on that 2-nap schedule until your child is about 15 months old and ready to drop to 1 nap. As your child is adjusting to this schedule, what can we expect? Especially in the early months, we can expect that their naps are going to be short, possibly. So maybe they're 45 minutes each, and that's okay. That's where we compensate with an early bedtime. Maybe you're seeing that they're taking a really long first nap and then 2 short second and third naps. Also totally normal. But as we get towards the 6-month mark, we're going to see that your little one will probably split their sleep evenly into about an hour or an hour and a half in the morning, an hour to an hour and a half in the afternoon, a quick cat nap at 3:30 or 4 o'clock, again, like 30 to 45 minutes, and then they're gonna be falling asleep and getting their 10 to 12 hour stretch stretch throughout the night. If you have been trying to get your child on a schedule and you still need a little bit more support and maybe an expert eye, the best thing for you to do is head over to my website and book a free discovery call with me. This is exactly what I help families do. I work one-on-one with them to establish their sleep schedules and to get naps in order, to be predictable and consolidated. Did you love this video? I hope you did. Let me know and press the like button, and then be sure to leave any questions about your child's sleep schedule in the comments. If you would like to see more content like this, don't forget to subscribe and turn on those notifications so that you can be the first to know about my weekly posts on baby and toddler sleep tips. From my living room to yours, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.